Good morning. You ready for some acronym challenges? Here we go. Now, if you're one of those who needs content, you think like, I don't know what to say. I don't have the content. I don't have the information. This is a great trick. This is also a nice tactic if you have loads of content. You just think, I have so many ideas. I don't know where to put them all. This can help you narrow them down and then focus. So, this is, as with most things in this course, take it or leave it. It works for me, could work for you, who knows. But I want to give you a variety of options so that you can choose and see what works for you. It is truly not, this is the way you do it, and this is the answer, and this is what you must do. Not at all. This works for me. I like it. It's kind of fun. And what really happens is that it opens up new directions, which can be dangerous, of course. So here's what I do. This is for my upcoming book called Play. And with the acronym challenge, remember, I'm trying to get out more content. I'm trying to pull it out of me, but then focus it because I'm going to get too much as usual. And I want to narrow that down and focus it, right? So what I do is over on the right of the screen here, we're on this is some website. I can share the link, LinguaZorb. And English verbs starting with L. Okay, fun, right? And so I go through this. I already did P. So I was on L. And as I was doing this, I was thinking of you and saying, you know what? Why not show them how I write books, how I get content rather than just telling them? So here you go. This is behind the scenes, Bradley Sharabano headquarters here. I'm creating chapter titles. And for me, chapter title is probably one of the most important elements because once I get that title, once I know what I'm going to say, it just flows out. It's truly the hard part. And then the easy part can be the writing. Okay. So it could also be just you find your topic here. Okay. I'm not going to jump ahead. There we go. So I'm on L. So this is what I do. I go over here. I'm on the left. I'm typing. And on the right, where were we? Locate. L-O. Okay, locate. So this book, I'm thinking about this book particularly. This is a book, I don't even remember. I think like book 11 or 10 of the RePossible series. And it's on play. And play is really, if you think like a kid knows how to play. Adults, we lose almost the ability to play, to really let go, play, have fun, enjoy, stuff like that, right? So it's really higher level. The one word, I could almost call this book enlighten, except that would freak out too many people. Play is understandable. So here we go. With that in mind, I'm at locate. So I'm looking at the right there. What else we got? And I could bring in negative words. Like I could bring in lock and then talk about how we're going to unlock or we're not going to lock. Lodge, log, loiter, lol, long, look. Look, right? We're going to search. We're going to look. Loom. Isn't that like making fabric or something like that? Oh, look at that. We're almost done. Loosen. I like that. We're going to loosen your grip on your, serious life. Lord. You're going to lord over. Well, here's another. I don't like the negative. I don't really like to bring in the negative and then doing the reverse negative to get the positive. So I'd prefer rather than lose, I'd rather something like win. But hey, win starts with a W. And for this particular exercise, yeah, you get it. Here, lower. Again, I want to upper, but I could lower to get to the upper. Lubricate, lull. Lull I like. Lull is fun, like I'm going to lull you into a sleep. Lunch, lure. Ooh, that's interesting. Well, lure, we could really play with that, right? I'm going to lure out my subconscious. I'm going to lure out the child in me. Lust, loot, I don't even know what that means. Lynch. Yeah, lynch isn't good. So there you have it. So I clearly started before I started recording. But then what I would do is I would go through and bold here. There's some obvious ones, right? So laugh. Oh, I guess I bolded a couple. Land. Lavish is fun, right? Like lavish. Jewels on you. Ooh, leap. Lead, right? So then I'm going to bold the ones I think are better. Levitate, wow. That's exactly where I'm going, right? Lifts, that's it. Let's bring it up. Lighten. Light, is that a verb? Light to light. Light the patio. Oh, that's good. Yeah, but then lighten. up to load. Okay. Okay. So there we go. So I would take listen, really good. Live. Yeah, live is maybe even a little too broad, right? Lock, look, loosen. I like these sort of loosen, like let go, loosen things. Lose, lower, lull, door. Okay, so then I would head over to, I use Vellum. You are probably or hopefully using Readsy to build your book. Vellum is great if you have a lot of books. It also does the ebook and the paperback, as does Readsy. Readsy I use also. I love Readsy. But here we go. So this is what I use. And here, so now I've got these are my sections. And I started putting in some keywords. Now what I like about this is what you can also do in Readsy is I'm going to then, here, let's just pick a couple. Loosen, we got laugh, leap, levitate, right? So I'd head in here, laugh, a new one, leap. And I don't definitely always levitate. I'm going to go with loosen. So I definitely don't always have, even though I like one word titles, I don't always want a one word chapter. We're getting pretty limiting here. So I might just keep that here and then, or I keep that as the title and then I will make a subtitle. So loosen, because it's catchy. I mean, and also we're talking about structure again, right? This is going to be a 4-section book, partly because of the 4 letters in the word play. I might have like a section after is closing and a section before opening or welcome or something like that. But then remember, the reader is going to see this. They're going to see the table of contents and they're going to say, okay, like, wow, what section am I in? So I want these also to flow. The 4 sections. And if I'm getting too far ahead and this is like, wow, Bradley, you're going into the major structure of your book here, that's fine. But watch this. This is what is then fun. So I'm going to take a chapter and I can drag and I can say, you know what, plant. Well, plant is like, yeah, that's early on, right? I'm going to plant something. But then practice, well, I've already got it going and then I want to practice. So I want that more at the end. Or purr, that's actually the goal, right? I want to purr like a cat. I want to be happy. Predict, and then I could take something away, like, prepare and plant. Maybe I would choose one of these and not the other. And then I would go down here and do the same thing. Laugh is kind of the goal. I see that more as the end. Or levitate is even loosen. We got to loosen up in the beginning. So I'm going to put that up here. So I'm structuring my book here. But what I like about Vellum and Readsy is that it's drag and drop. And that might sound like, well, big deal, Bradley, drag and drop. But try doing that in a Google Doc or a Word doc. Dragging and dropping a whole chapter is kind of a pain. That's why these tools we're using can really help. So there you have it. This is my acronym challenge. It's kind of dorky. And I truly believe in the idea of consistency builds creativity and even constraint builds creativity. We have 4 letters here. And I can only use the verbs from the 4 letters. And so in case this wasn't clear, by the way, what I'm really looking for is what meaning can I get out of these verbs that I want to use in this book? And if you don't use any of them, that's fine. But you're probably going to find verbs that you think, oh, wow, that's it. And who knows? It might be a system you use. It might not. But I can pretty much guarantee that you're going to find something in this exercise. Okay, that was the acronym challenge. Hope that helped. See you in the next lesson.